All right. Damn fireworks. So France has these Caesar artillery, which are giving me a hard time. I'm going to go ahead. Get these guys out of here. Alright, you boys, Nope. Picked off. In this scenario, France has superior range with its mobile land units. It's terrible. Have to check the doctrine for everybody. Ambushing me using human shields. Guys. We take you a little lower here. Hopefully you won't get hit by man pads. They're scattered all over the place in this region. So basically I live next to Disney, Southern California, and that explains all the drum fire you hear in the background. It actually gets kind of old after a while. Okay. Okay, I've been having a big problem with folks getting stuck in the water. For some reason they decided to get a little close to this lake. Just going to go ahead and speed up. Just going to march that way. So basically, France is trying to get his trucks into this region right here. Some supply effort. Come on. Where are they at? There. Here they are. Basically, he's going to try to drive all the way up here. And I'm basically trying to get in between and stop him. This is his air base, his forward base. We already hit this piece right here, tons of points. It's like I have no choice to besiege it. I want to bring up one thing to the designer of Françafrique here. So basically your tarmac and runways is about 100 meters in total. A direct hit from like a cruise missile or ballistic missile will pretty much take out most of this, which has already happened. That was what you saw in the scoring log. So, just I guess sense of scale needs to be done intentionally for ease of the opponent. I don't know. Designer also brought my attention to this dispersal method, since the current version of CMO that we're playing is doesn't have the auto formation feature that the new beta has. So we just kind of do this. Sufficient. We got to hump over these mountains here. So this mountain area, the opponent was able to kind of hide his helicopters in a hover position and then strike. The SAM system here has exhausted all its munitions. The scenario design didn't have any resupply assets in them nearby. Foolishly, these patrol helicopters were launched within range of his multi-role air-to-air reach, which sucks. They're going to get shot down. Alright, you boys, you got to stop. So we're about to run into some fire. Halt. Just stop. These 7.62 ammo trucks I kind of use as reconnaissance bait. I really don't have any need or time to replenish infantry since they're probably not going to make it to the battlefield till right till the end of the expiration of the scenario. So what good is it? Just use them for drawing fire. These G2 ammo trucks are essential. I need those for artillery. Y'all are going to stay put. I was feeling there's going to be a bunch of resistance here in these hills. You guys are all stopped. You can already see he's got, what is the range here? So his artillery reaches well further than mine. China is underrepresented in this database version, but they are working on that, I hope. Here, they got stuck. They all got stuck in permanent wetlands. They're pretty much gone. Check this out. These are all units that I had to march on foot from the base. Stacks and stacks of infantry. Stuck. They're all stuck. Where's this guy? Oh, this is my S-300. This is an objective for him. He attempted but failed with his French Scalp cruise missile. It's a subsonic terrain skimming following guided weapon. He's launched about 31 of them, I believe. With some success, he was able to, despite the small warhead size, render 2 airbase runways inoperable, 99% damage, which when I did tests of my DF-12s, those were not able to make the runways inoperable despite having the bigger warhead. So that's another database thing. The air bases that were taken out were my critical one here, Harcourt, in the south, that has, where is it? There it is. This guy right here. Just have to show you. Yeah. That wasn't it. There it is. This is my first game streaming, by the way, so bear with me. So this piece right here, doesn't work. Check all the aircraft. Waiting for available runway. So can't land, can't take off. If he decides to strike that, all I can do is protect it, hence the missions. Alright, anyways, I'm going to get back to work here. Alright, so I think this is all fine with me. Here's the real problem. This is a critical situation. This is actually terrible. Despite all my sonar dipping and ASWC control missions I did steaming into this area, a Barracuda sub just appeared out of nowhere. My understanding was that it was somewhere here, down here, where the original fleet was positioned, that it made its way this far that quickly. I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm just surprised. I'm not going to say anything further. Here he is. So he did this during his turn. Hostile. These are F-22 French torpedoes. They have an excellent kinetic range. They're wire guided with active-passive guidance systems beyond. My carriers are doomed. Sucks. This is the vessel that would have launched amphibious landing craft, hovercraft, would have done a beach landing. If I could have just made it past his coastal defenses here. I think he's got 2 coastal ASM systems that I know of. And then of course my flagship, this thing, Shandong, with all the airplane aboard. So let me go ahead. Do this. Save 2. One's already underway. There's nothing he can do. I mean, I can try bearing only launch firing at the surface. These things are only traveling 35 feet below the surface. That's not going to work. This thing has depth charges. I'm just going to cancel the targets. Try it again. Actually, you know what? Let's take a chance. So if these things are about 30 seconds away, traveling at 60 knots, and this thing is about a mile out, they'll be right here. See, he's already dropped 1 depth charge. I'm just going to plunk the rest here. God. Is not BOL capable, so that's they should change that. They really should. That's ridiculous. Manually do it. Whatever. It's already done. So I guess I can try. I don't think it's going to work, but if we shoot some torpedoes, which also travel at 35 feet below surface, they put out a radar signal or a sonar signal that might distract them. We'll just give it a shot. And that's the best I can do. So he's already on the right track. He's turning. he might get away with it. He'll probably get hit, but he'll get away with it. This thing, worth about 3,000 points in this scenario, will not. I want him to turn to the east as hard as he can. And I'm going to give it a shot with this. I hope this works. There's nothing I can do here. Does this have anything? Try the toe decoy. Whoops. I wonder if this launches the toe decoy. Doesn't look like it did. Well, it works for flares and shafts on ships. Okay, well, we're just doubt that'll do anything. Alright, so we got this sub covered. Why don't we have you? Whoa. Okay, so hopefully there will be a platform for you all to land on. There's a fair chance there won't be, so get your life vests. Alright guys, gonna launch all your aircraft now. You. And all y'all. Get up in the air. What's it called? Zebu 2? Yeah. Let's see. Throw everything I can. There. Just drop everything you can. Fly away. Alright. Here we go. So I wondered if turning their emissions off did anything. Running test it didn't, so there's no sense in doing that. These things are locked. If they miss, they'll turn around. They have a very tight turn and come back. So if I'm lucky, I'll escape with one ship that isn't sinking. Doesn't mean I can land on it. So nukes, you got me. I did not expect you to have a submarine here. In fact, I was certain you didn't. So I'm wondering what happened or what changed. Alright. So it looks like this frigate is within firing range. I'm going to not do that. His air defenses are probably very strong in this carrier group concentration. There's no sense in that, so I'm just going to try to get everybody away in one piece as much as possible and fight another day. So, I mean, seriously, it's going to take you guys half an hour to get here. I mean, you're not going to make it. And this is all, check this out. This is terrible. This is why a turn takes so long. I hope they fix this. So, CMO, I understand, is really designed for air naval and didn't really have land mobile units in mind. That's apparent in this. As most of you know, all these little black spots here, darker areas, are permanent wetlands, which is where units get stuck. So I kind of have to sort of micromanage everybody, break them up from their groups, and just send everybody every which way. Try to avoid getting stuck. So they gotta kind of slither around it. I mean, there's obvious cases like, I mean, this was a duh. BMG layers, some layers just don't show water very well. You can't see it. Where are they at? These numbskulls right here. I mean, who builds a road that close to the water? See, they're not going anywhere. I mean, they're good as dead. The only thing I haven't tried is picking them up with a helicopter, but out of range. Well, no, not out of range, but I just don't. They're done. They're just like a sentry now. So anyways, oh yeah. So that Barracuda is going to be 1,000 points. this thing. If this goblin dies, it's 1,000 points. And then if I can hit his forward operating base again, it's probably another 500 points worth of parked aircraft crowded together in 100 yards, less than a football field. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. Cargo. So this was already hit once. That was in the last turn. He had a radar here that was 500 points that I took out. Basically, objective-wise, I have him beat. He's not yet taken any objectives yet, although he has pretty much taken out of 2/3 of my air power, and I think that I'm going to go ahead and blame that on the database issue with China. It's inaccurate. The PL-12s, PL-15 missiles which aren't even as good as the export versions. And the radars on the aircraft have less range than the actual missile themselves. That doesn't make any sense. So, but anyways, I still have a few of these hypersonic ballistic missiles left. They're very destructive, very good. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to bearing launch one of this. Alright, well first of all you got to stop moving. Okay, so basically his range has only this base in mind. Ideally in the next 2 turns he'll come within range of this base, and there'll be a few missiles left to go ahead and strike this air base up here. This is one of his major military air bases, but right now, because I think I'm done, I'm just going to go ahead and capitalize on what I can. Sorry about all the zooming. Oh, where'd he go? Here we go. Alright. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go for his... So, they can't take out runway, so there's no sense in trying that again. Let's just try to hit his cargo hangar, if there's anything left in it. And I'm going to use one. I want to get this back one. I don't think I got that. This one to this, because I mainly last time I went for this, and a radar back here, and it even though it struck everything, I think that the distribution of damage points, you know, is from the focal point, so these targets still need a little bit of love. So I'm just going to get rid of it. So add. So we have 4 missiles remaining. So basically, if I lose this ship and all its vehicles, that's probably between 3,000 and 5,000 points. And there's like 1,800. So I don't think she's going to sink, but I'm going to lose 1,800 worth of aircraft if he gets a lucky shot. So 1,800 points plus another 3 to 5,000, which curses. I mean, that would put me back down here. But I still have enough left to attack his carrier group, and I know I can do it with a little bit of luck. So write him a message. Now let's wait till after. Let me check my Discord, see if anybody said anything advice-wise. Nope. Wishful thinking. Here we go. What's he firing at? Whoa. Why are you firing up? Okay. Alright, here we go. No units lost, that's good, so he didn't hit any ships. Oh, there. Oh, wait, no change course. Good grief. They should be able to plug the leaks on that. We took out the exo set from the submarine. Alright, come on. Kill the submarine. Some information. Come on, run! Run, 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 run! Run away! I can't believe this happened. Come on! Turn! You're supposed to do the thing with the thing. Here comes Whammo Slammo. Broadside. Oof, that's not good. Yeah, she's gone. Come on. What do you mean? Knots. Really? Fire. Really? There it is. Alright. So that cut the wire, but that doesn't matter because these things have their guidance systems. And that's it for Yushin. 11 knots. That's it. Gone. Alright, well we still have this. I don't think the runway is usable. So all these aircraft are just going to land in the water, or I guess they'll try to land on the other ships, but where's my damage? Alright. So that's that. Okay, let's get back to the thing here. So, looks like he sent a little sortie, a little counterattack here. I'm ready for him. Got this guy on the hill here. Let's turn this something a little better. Oh, here we go. It's hypersonic. So this thing comes in at 6 plus Mach, 7 Mach, Mach 7. I'm not going to bore you guys with this anymore, so I'm just going to speed it up. Uh-oh. What's going on here? Ooh, looks like they got the thing. Oh, well. Alright. So a bunch of Aster come at it, and they're going to kind of glance it. They're going to hit it, but it's not going to be a kill, and it's going to set its off course, increasing its CEP, which is good in this case because it's slight enough to where it might kind of hit an unintended target. I mean, that was the case in the past, so. What's happening here? What's going on with you guys? What's wrong? What happened there? Alright. Where were we? Oh yeah. Goodness. Oh my god. So see, we got the sub, and then we lost the carrier. And all hands on board. So when the scenario started, he automatically deducts you 3,000 points because I'm the aggressor, whatever. Belts and roads, come on. It's not like France was doing anything with Cameroon. And then back and forth, and then here, he just wipes out my aircraft. And then and here I hit his objectives, his radars, and his government buildings. And these are with DF-12s. Some more battle, and then lose some more aircraft. And then here I sink a ship, and then I sink another ship. And then I hit his forward operating base with DF-12. And sink another ship. And then I sink his sub, and then he sinks my carrier. That's the story. Let's see here. Oops. That's not going to work. No, we're not going to see it now. So anyways, sorry. So the sub is 1,000. This should be another around 500 points, I imagine. As last time. I'm going to slow this down so we can see how the thing responds to how it holds up against the SAM sites. So these are Mamba and Crotals, or whatever they're called. Low range and medium range. Here they come. thing's coming in at Mach 7. Okay, let's see what happened here. Looks like all three are still intact. Impacts. Hit. So they all kind of have a 40% chance of hitting it. So you got some really good rolls here. One miss. Two misses. And CEP target multiplied by 1.5, 1.5. So these all are not going to hit their intended target, but fortunately they're going to hit something because the target's all bunched together. So all three are still there. CEP's multiplied by another further 150%, 30% deviation, 30% deviation. Alright, here comes the money shot. I hope this recording works. Slammo. Ooh, it hit his stupid Mamba thing. That thing shot down a bunch of my planes. Alright, so one went way off. Alright, here we go. Ready? Some penetration. Quite as good as I thought. I mean, look, these things are only like a couple hundred yards apart. So anyways, that's what happens when you bunch all your structures together. Okay, this is a bug, I think. I used to think this was jamming, but what it is one of these Chinese aircraft radars is taking in all the contacts and then processing and giving me this crazy thing. So I hope they fix that too. The scenario starts you off in a very big disadvantage as far as your subsurface assets. They're way out here, and you have to chase, which is not a good thing. As to where all of a sudden his Barracuda just appears out of nowhere. I don't know if it was put there or if it's meant to appear later in the scenario, but it wasn't there in the beginning. So whatever. I mean, it was down here, but there's no way it could have made it that quickly. I would have detected it. So. Excellent. Whoa. Who's shooting that man? Oh no. in the water. What are you firing at? Yeah, okay, so that's the result of this erroneous thing. So you probably saw this SAM site blip up here. I just fired at it or something, I don't know. But not there. This is all these ships are down here with the main carrier group. So basically I've had to keep all my Navy on surface weapons release hold and BOL launch everything. This entire scenario, it sucks. That on top of this permanent wetlands thing and all my units getting stuck. I mean, look, all these guys are stuck. Stuck. Not going anywhere. You know? You really have to micromanage it. So none of this is the designer's fault, but I think that CMO were to be taken seriously by any government as a tool, that they need to address some of these user interface issues, which I don't think they have in the beta. What are you shooting at? There you go, I mean, go ahead. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have switched. The main strike force will be here. All of this, all these ASM. And he's carrying 4 ASM. It's fantastic. Surely that'll take out the Charles de Gaulle, largest aircraft carrier. What a mess. So I hope that all these people can land their Soviet-era helicopters on this ship. See, they're getting fired, but I don't know where from. Another thing, the GJ-11, I think it is, the flying wing, the drone, the Chinese drone. It's excellent as far as reconnaissance, but I think the current version also is armed, which it is not in this database. They need to arm that. I think that would be much better for this scenario in terms of making an even match between the two sides. So we got all this high-tech stuff and then this old Soviet-era equipment too. It's kind of a hodgepodge of different things. There was a bug in the Lua. I occupy this objective here. but either because I accidentally deleted the supposed locked reference points, my bad, it happens, that I didn't get the points, and or also because of the type of unit that occupied it disqualified from the script. So basically I could only have an infantry be there, I couldn't have mobile units. If I did have mobile units there for X number of time, I think it was like 30 minutes or something, or an hour in the scenario, then I would have gotten the 1,000 points, but the designer is going to go ahead and credit the 1,000 points manually, since I did take this. Nukes did just flee. He really didn't put up much of a fight. Instead, what he did is he just kind of left units behind, valuable units like multiple rocket launcher systems, just to kind of ambush into my back, and of course I took them out. I mean, it works in theory, but I think in real life you wouldn't sacrifice your units like that. If you're playing this as China, I highly recommend the glide bomb attack in saturation. That works really well. That worked really well. It's probably the only thing that will work. Anti-radiation, all that, good luck. The glide bombs does work, though, if you use them all at once. And of course the DF-12s, those work very well. Are we done? No. So all in all, bad. Down here, it looks like helicopters are dropping off some guys or fussing with it. So this thing won't die, whatever it is. I believe this is the French Foreign Legion. They're just kind of living in a cave or something. Shooting at them, but can't hit them. This is a cargo effort. Dropping off here somewhere. Alrighty. So there you have it. Let's look at the score. Let's look at this. Did I say more? There's the extra exo set type 2 from the submarine. There's the 21 scalp. Oh wow, he launched even more. I don't know where those went. Where are those F-21s? Exo set. These things killed me. These things killed me. These things didn't do jack. He tried to attack mobile units with those, it didn't work. Here we go. 12 Archimedes. So, indigenous French weapon. Torpedo. What did I do? Good grief. That's unforgivable. Look at that. Unforgivable. They would jail me in China for that. Oh my god. I did accidentally sink a few ships. As you saw, that my ASM just fired off random directions because of false plug-in CMO missiles came into contact with these civilian. Unfortunately, they didn't count against me in scoring, otherwise that would have probably costed me another couple hundred. And speaking of scoring, that is terrible. Ouch. Save. You got me. I think a landing would have been pretty unfeasible. What I was going to do is land a few guys on this island, set up a bunch of man pads that could hopefully and then kind of keep my whatever, because the landing craft really only have a limited range. I think it's like 40 nautical miles if I'm not mistaken, when in real life it's like 400 kilometers, so another database deal for China. But with these coastal batteries here and the proximity of his carrier group, I think trying to land stuff here would have been not possible. I don't think it's been done before in this scenario. I'm sure it's been attempted, and I'm not the first, but you saw my result. So let's see what's wrong with this ship. The Shandong is... Oh god, oh, here we go. Oh no. Ah, engines. Engines are good, that's good, good. Oh. That sucks. Okay, so we can't land. Oh well, can the helicopter land? The plane can make it to another base with the helicopters. Oh, alright, we still have a couple HQ-9s. These are essential. These are really good. These HQ-9s are excellent. Probably the best missile defense. Anti-air defense. And these are okay. Those are all gone. Yep, that sucks. Alright, let's see. Let's shot here. Can you... let's try something here. I hope they can land there. Anyways, thanks for your time.